You like what?
Fitness, working out.
Fitness, working out.
My name is Ibrahim Tony. I like to math.
You like to do math?
Yeah.
Wow, never met anyone.
My name is Abdul. I don't like the word impossible.
You don't like the word impossible.
Yeah, impossible.
That's good. All right.
I'm Steve Arias, and I like to inspire.
Nice.
My name is Christopher Slack, and I like money.
All right.
We all like
My
money.
name is Lisa and I like to be with you.
All right.
My name is Steven and I like to motivate the youth.
My name is Danny Silverio, and I like to innovate.
You like to innovate.
Innovate.
All right. My name is Roman Woodson, and I like all of you.
My name is Adamo. I like soccer. I'm a soccer kid.
My name is Isaac, and I like to speak.
Okay. All right. Clap it up, everybody. So, here at New Settlement YouthBuild, for our new folks, we have a few traditions. That's pretty cool. I've never seen that before. I might do that.
Be creative.
We have a few traditions, and one tradition for our newest members of our family is a temperature check. Does anybody want to explain what a temperature check is and the purpose? Anyone?
It's a fist of five to explain.
It's fist to five, right? So when we start this process, you either raise a fist, a 1, 2, 4, or 5. What does the fist mean?
The worst day.
This is the worst day of my life. I don't even want to be here on this planet. 1 is, it's a really bad day. 2 is, it's a bad day, but I know it's going to get better, right? 4 is, this is a really good day. And 5 is the best day ever. Life doesn't get any better than this,
There's
right?
no 3.
Why is there no 3?
Because everybody will just pick it.
Everybody would just pick 3. It's too easy, right? So we just take it off. We just take it off the agenda. So it's also a way where we can let other people know how we're doing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because if you see your homeboy, people still say homeboy,
Yeah.
homeboy, your homegirl, right? Your family. What's another word for homeboy? Because homeboy is old school. That's when I was there.
My boy.
My bro.
My bro.
Yeah.
All right, my boy. All right, good. Thanks for helping. All right, so if you see anybody who's in pain, right, you need to reach out to them and talk to them and like, oh, what's going on, man? I noticed, blah, blah, blah. All right, so once we say ready, set, go, we show how we're doing in this very moment right here and now. Without saying a word, you just scan the room. Ready?
Yeah.
On your mark, get set. And this is really important that, oh, you thought I was gonna say? All right. And this is really important because it also sets the tone. And we know, what kind of mood other people are in, all right? On your mark, get set, go. All right, hold them up, hold them up. What is that? I can't see, sir. All right, scan the room, looking for my peoples. Nice, nice, nice. No 3s, I appreciate that. All right, put them down. All right, so without further ado, I don't want to take up too much of your time, but thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
All
Thank you guys for having
So
us.
how would you like to set the room up?
So we want to thank you guys for having us here. This is like something that brings me back full circle because we're from the Bronx, and I actually got my GED in a similar spot like this. So going back, I was born in DR. I came here. I wasn't the best student. Got my GED probably at 16, 17 in a YouthBuild similar kind of program, and that kind of set me up for like where I wanted to go, right? So I noticed like, oh shit, I got my diploma. Now I'm able to kind of move around and make something of myself. So I decided to follow the path of my friends that were going to college and take my SATs. I got my SATs and I was able to go to a school out in Long Island called Farmingdale. A lot of things happened. I went into finance. I didn't really like it because it was kind of boring for me. Then I went on and got into advertising. I felt like it was something that kept me learning all the time and kept changing. So I'm like, it kept my mind busy, so I didn't get bored quickly. And it's been now 12 years and I've been in advertising for quite a while. I was in the New York Times. I ran the first political ad campaign that the New York Times ever ran. Went on to work for Refinery 29, companies like TikTok, which I was there most recently as the global ads director. Right. And we created a platform called Amics Consulting Group, which handles advertising for e-commerce. brands or e-commerce companies selling online and stuff like that. And yeah, we've been scaling that company so far, and we're also hosts of a podcast and a production company, which is the Innovators Den.
Right. Shout out to the Innovators then. I'm Steve Arias. I'm from the Bronx as well. I grew up around the Kingsbridge area. I don't know if you guys are aware. My parents are immigrants too. You know, I didn't have a lot, but at one point when I was like in junior high school, like I ran into like graffiti, and there was a lot of stuff happening in the neighborhood. So that was my way to get creative. And from there, I just was like, how I'm gonna get better? So I got into music. I started helping people with like their beats or managing, started booking them. And then from there, when I went to high school, I went to Kennedy. That's on, that's by the 1 train by Kingsbridge, Kennedy High School. And from there, like, I didn't graduate. I didn't get to graduate. I was mixed up in the wrong things. And then from there, what I did was I had to take action on what I wanted to create. And sometimes we don't know what we want, because if you're not exposed to something in your neighborhood or where you're from, or your parents or your cousins, you don't know what you're gonna do. You don't know what steps you should take. You're like, well, should I do this? Should I record? Should I make music? Should I paint? Should I be, you know, in a gang? You don't know what you're doing. So for me, I had the experience that I had to like figure it out the hard way, because I was mixed up in the wrong things. And these neighborhoods, it's right in front of us. You come out the building, it's happening. So nobody's perfect, and we're not here to judge, but at the same time, we have to know what actions you want to take for yourself. So sometimes that example is not at home. And you be like, yo, like I want to do something, but nothing around me looks something positive. So we come from a place that is the same way the same communities y'all come from, that sometimes you're like, this don't look like nothing I'm trying to do, you know? And sometimes you don't know what you want to do. So you stuck. You be like, you start watching TV, Netflix, but if you guys get creative, you guys will find the right tools to express yourselves, you know? But I want to show y'all, we came to show y'all a few things, and we want to go through it because I started a clothing line and I needed to learn online marketing. I didn't go to school for fashion and none of that stuff, but I had to figure it out every step. I don't know how to sew. I don't know how to do graphic design. I just was like, I want to build a brand, you know? And I took that brand and I was like, I need to know marketing at one point, because I figured out how to make my own clothing line. That's when me and Danny was like, yo, Danny, I know you into marketing. I know you're working with that. How can we partner up and how can we work together? And we built this company. So I got a client for our own company, and we scaled them to, it was like 75 million streams. Mm-hmm. We got them a gold plaque as far as music is concerned, a RIAA plaque. And we grew from there. We've been scaling from referrals, and we grew a business. So I had to put my clothing line on the side, because it's a lot of steps to start a clothing line. And we came up with Amics Consulting Group. So now we're creating a form that we could like communicate, because I didn't have nobody to come to the school to talk to me at all. And at one point I left the school, you know, because I wanted to be creative. I was taking the train to Soho to try to fit in with the people who are creating things, you know, and creating is however you want to put it. You know, it doesn't need to be art. It could be photography, music, whatever you want to make for yourself. You know, you could do lashes, you know what I mean? Any business you can do. Yeah. Somebody made, what this lady told us, they made like $40,000 selling mangoes from the corner. Y'all see people selling mangoes and coquitos on the block? So it's the same way, like you could put your mind wherever you want to do. So let's go through this. This is Danny, I'm Steve.
Yeah, you can follow us here, formerly known as hashtag on Instagram. Our company is Amics Consulting Group, and the Innovators Den is our production agency, and also the podcast that we have.
Yeah, we started a podcast because it was like, cool, we've done all this, we had all these trials and tribulations building our ideas, but it ain't easy. So for you guys, it's like, work on your credit. How old are y'all? Like, what, 17, 18, 19? Y'all around that age? Y'all should really be thinking about credit. We're not taught that in our crib, you know? So in our house, we're scared of that because we get into debt, because we don't know how to manage it. It's called financial literacy. Nobody taught me. My parents are still working on it, you know? I had to figure it out on my own, trying to build a business, and I failed at it. I failed my way through where I'm at right now. I failed my way here, literally.
That that's something that we kind of speak on a lot. Like, I don't see failing as a bad thing. I'm just gonna keep trying it until it works. And that's really why I like advertising, because there's no wrong way to advertise. You're gonna keep trying different things, different formats, different audiences to figure out what works for your brand, your company, your HVAC
Steven, you can move
company,
around.
or whatever the case is, whatever it is that you're marketing towards, you wanna like always just continue trying. There's no such thing as perfection. So even if you make $1 million, your goal is to make 2 million. So therefore, you're gonna keep failing until you get to that point, and you always fail. Failing is just growing. It's not really failing.
Like, I'm not trying to sell y'all a dream, like, yo, everything is so sweet. It's not, but you have to know what y'all want to do, and sometimes when you don't know, you're like, what can I do to move to the next step? Fix your credit. And it's like, how I'm gonna fix it? I need a job. So y'all here for, this is where y'all get work training, right? This is a place where y'all find work training. Y'all could get your licenses. What's the licenses that you could get?
Thank you. You guys tell us like what?
OSHA 30, so y'all learn how to do, so all of y'all coming for that license here? Or y'all?
Different.
We all coming for different reasons.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm still learning about what you guys got going on here. But what we want to do is inform y'all that y'all could do other things besides while y'all have a job. Y'all could start planning on what can I do for myself for a business, right? Everybody wants a business here. That's how you get ownership. Now, you could go work corporate, but while you work in corporate, at one point you want to create something for yourself, for your family, and it could be a construction company. It could be an electrician company. It could be any company you guys are like, yo, I know how to do this. See Steven right there? He's, 18? He started doing restoration for kicks. Y'all know about sneakerheads, right? He takes people's sneakers and he goes clean them. He started a business like that. And we helped him with it.
16 years old.
Yeah, he started at 16 and we helped him with the business. Now he's like cleaning the hottest sneakers in town. People, they're reaching out through him on DM. So this is Steven. We're just gonna point them out real quick. Cause he's just like all of us. He's like one of y'all, but he had an idea. Who wanna clean people's sneakers? You know what I mean? But he was like, I can make a business out of it. And that's what he did. So we're just trying to put the things in place so you guys could,
Let's go.
I have a job, a training. Let me figure out how to make a business out of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Go ahead. Tell your story a little
My
bit.
name's Steven, I'm 18. So I started this business when I was COVID, so I thought about the idea. When I was in COVID. I needed some way to make money. So I just thought about it. Nobody was really doing it in my area. I had my cousins and stuff like that were selling sneakers. And they was like, yo, you should get in the business of, doing sneakers, like, when it comes to repainting, cleaning them. And like I said, don't get me wrong, it's not an easy job, but it's a lot of money to be made. But not also that, though, it's a lot of connections that you can make too. I made connections with them, hopped on a podcast, became part of the podcasting team. So it's all about, if you really want to get something, you want to get somewhere in life, it's all about trying to take that step and have your own business. Now, I'm not saying you got to have your own business to be successful, but you never want to always work for somebody else for the rest of your life at the end of the day. You always want to that's what you want to get out of, right? So it's all about, like I said, trying to think of an idea and just put it to reality. Don't just think about it. You can think about it, plan it out, but actually step forward on that goal and complete it. Because like I said, I'm 18 and I'm doing this, and I got about 2.3K following on Instagram, and I'm known all over my area for what I do, is sneaker restorations. Because like I said, nobody's doing it. So it's whatever idea you guys got in your head when it comes to any business. Like I said, like Steve, you said with lashes. If you want to do hair, if you want to sell clothing, just put your mind to it and do it. And just stay motivated, stay consistent, stay disciplined. And with all that, with discipline and consistency, you're straight. You're good.
Not only that, but most of the time, sometimes you could help somebody else who has the vision. So he might have the vision, and you know the right people that he knows, you could come and help him. Sometimes you don't need to be the front face of everything. You could be like, yo, I know somebody who likes this, you feel me? Or who want to be a part of this, let's go. And that's it, you helping him gets him to that point.
One major topic, we just had a meeting with someone from the Chamber of Commerce yesterday, and she mentioned like our communities, like us brown people, black and brown people, typically are scared to ask for help. Like like we are timid on saying like, hey, like how did you get there? How did you get started? Like, and that's really what's holding us back. And I think that's really important to tell you guys, just because that's how we felt at some point. Right. And the only way that we were able to get to where we're at today is by taking away that fear and just being able to be here, being out, putting yourself out there, asking for help. And
this is all new to us
things.
too. Right.
But,
Good, let's
take
go
it
over
one
the
step.
5 principles, and starting a business and entrepreneurship. Like, that's why we're here to give y'all information that y'all can run with and y'all can start tomorrow. Like, right now,
So you can speak to them.
you guys should start looking into y'all credit. Like, y'all might think, well, I could work on that in the future, but your credit is very important because with credit, you get your apartment, you can get a car. You guys are old enough to get a car now. And that car could be for work. Y'all could be doing Uber, y'all could be working, helping people, y'all could do medical couriers. But basically, you guys can work on the credit. Then in the future, if you have an idea, y'all can start building business credit. Y'all could register a corporation. So with the state, you could register a corporation. It's like, even if you don't know what you want to do, you could register your corporation so you could build it out. So you can start building your credit. So you might not know what business you want, but if your name is Jonathan, you could build Jonathan's Incorporate. Start working on the business credit because that's gonna allow you to make investments in your own business in the future. So right now you don't know. I got a job. I'm working trucking. I'm doing this or that. Whatever the outlet is where you have your job. It could be Applebee's, but I'm working towards building my credit because at one point you're gonna want to move. You got a boyfriend or girlfriend. You're like, yo, we gotta move out. But if you get some kids, you don't got credit. You can't really move. So if I don't see y'all again, that's one of the most important things that I would say. Like, work on your credit so y'all could work on these things. You want to go through it, Danny?
No, that's it.
Oh, you gonna let me do it?
Let you go through the business side. I go through the market.
We're gonna get to the questions at the end. So clear value proposition. Like, what is it you want? Sometimes again, you don't know what you want. You be like, sometimes somebody's making money a certain way and you're like, I want to do that too. And it might not be for you, that way of doing things, He might get a lot of money doing that. And you're like, yo, you change tires every day, but that's not what I want to do. I want to go record. I want to go paint. I want to go rap, whatever the idea is.
And the goal is really to sorry to interrupt.
No, go ahead.
But the goal is really to fine tune exactly what it is that you want to do so you can know exactly where you're going, right? Like, if you don't decide on something, you're not gonna know which step you're gonna take next, right? Like, all right, so I'm gonna start a clothing line. If I'm starting a clothing line, I need to know who's my target audience, right? Like, market and research. You wanna do research. You wanna make sure that you're doing research in your competition, research on how much they're selling it for, how much is it gonna cost you, right? Because all of this factors into the end goal. How are you gonna get the money, the funding to actually make that happen? And that's
why you need the credit, right? And to build the business credit. But with the market research, y'all could, if you don't have money or don't know what steps to take, y'all can start doing research. YouTube and Google tells y'all everything y'all need to know about whatever idea y'all might have. So y'all could go on there and start researching, watching YouTube videos about anybody who's already doing that and learn what they're doing. I mean, how they're going about it. Okay, they started a page, they started a website, they have a social media account.
You guys mentioned the OSHA license. What is that license for exactly? Construction? Yeah. Even that, if you start a construction company, right? If you're starting a construction company, who are you gonna target? Are you gonna target big companies? Are you gonna target small companies? Are you gonna target people building homes? You're gonna target them here? Are you gonna target them in LA? Where do you want to run your construction business? So all those things you have to kind of know and do research on. What kind of prices are you gonna have? Are you gonna be competitive? All these factors you wanna make sure that you're hitting in order to put your best foot forward.
Right.
Basically.
Right. No, yeah, it makes sense. And let's say you're thinking about, I'm never gonna open a construction company. Opening a construction company is you having somebody that you got a contract for, and you could go hire the team to do it. So y'all don't actually have to go do it. You just putting the things, you connecting the dots. That's starting the company. So you might have the person who has the contract, or there's government contracts that if you sign up to a minority certified, which all of us in the room can do, basically that allows you to work with certain businesses so you could get a bid on certain
government
contracts. So now you understand this information, you go online, you put up your corporation, and now you got a contract. But you don't have the team. You go hire the team. He might know the team of people. His uncles are a whole team of construction workers, and you could now pay them, and then you just made profit from just knowing information. And you just started a corporation. Yeah, 100%. So, you know, these are the steps that, you know, it's good to know that you can do it. It's just know the information. And what's another one?
Well, the effective execution is like pretty much puts everything together, right? Like, how are you gonna like build your plan, right? Like, how are you planning out whatever it is that you guys are gonna do? Be it a construction company, or be it a HVAC, or be it a clothing line. Like, how is it that it's gonna turn out? How am I gonna market to my clients, and how am I gonna reach them? Or how am I gonna scale this, right? You might be fine, like, okay, $10,000 a month is good enough for me, but if you want to scale that to like $100 million company, how do you scale that to that level? Without a plan, you would never actually get there. And you know, execution is one of the major points I wanted to make here. Also, like customer focus and adaptability, like being able to focus on your client, service them well, and adapt to like the changes that are happening within that like that group of people, that sector, that industry.
Let's go to the next slide.
And then we have the 5 Ps of marketing. That's like what I've pretty much been focused on for the last decade or so. Like focusing on your product, like what is it that you're selling, and how is it designed? How is your branding standing out? How is your packaging standing out? How do you stand out from everybody else that's doing what you're doing, right? Like if you see a pair of sneakers, is it the check? Is it the Nike check? Is it that people know about Nike? Why do they know about Nike, right? So all these little things, all these factors you want to put into play when you're deciding what products you're going to sell, and how do you differentiate yourself from your competitors. And then price, right? How are you going to price your how are you going to price your product, right? Because you can price your product in a way like, it costs me $40 to make this pair of sneakers. Let me sell them for $100. Now you made $60. Right? But it's that scalable, because you still have to pay for marketing, you still have to pay yourself as a salary, and you still have to like make sure that you're paying your team. So all those things are a factor in like deciding a price point, right? Or you can actually look at how competitors are priced and figure out the formula backwards. Like, they're priced here, I can lower it down and then try to figure out how I can make money out of that. And then place, like, where is it that you want to do this, right? Where are you going to sell it from? You're going to sell it online? Are you going to sell it from a distributor? Are you going to go to store? Like, there's people that do that sell stuff on stores.
Right. And the promotions. Promotions is important because it's like, that's where we focus on marketing. So right now, any of you guys have any projects that you're doing, the first thing you guys want to do is get a corporation, right? You want to register a corporation. You need a website. So your website is a new business card now. That's like your bodega. That's your project that you guys got going on. Whether it's music, film, if you're throwing events, whatever idea you guys have, a website is important because that's how you track your data. So if you're running something on YouTube, or Spotify or Apple, those are third-party companies. So you want to get all that data on your Instagram, Facebook ads, your TikTok ads manager, right? Because there's a regular page and then there's ad managers. So if you have these accounts all linked to your website, now you could track everybody. So you can actually grow your audience on whatever it is that you want to do. You know what I mean?
Because most times it's really all about building a community from the people that are already buying your product. Right? Yeah. Already buying your product, already following you, already liking your stuff. So you want to continue to grow that community and scale that to a level that you can actually profit from, right? That now you're making a business, now you can hire your whole family and so forth.
Right.
And then people is really important. You want to align yourself with the right team that, you know, like you guys have the right mindset. You don't have to come from the same place, but just have the right mindset, right? Like if we both know that we're going to the top and nothing's going to stop us, nothing's going to stop us. You get what I'm saying? Like if you have the right team and you collaborate with that team and you figure out a plan and get all these things in order, things will happen eventually at some point.
It will happen
What's
eventually.
stopping you? Exactly.
So it's like, what's stopping you? You know? Let's go to the next slide.
That's it.
So I think we should get into questions, right? You guys want to ask any questions, or you guys have any projects that y'all working on that we might be able to help you guys with, or any information we can give you guys? What's up?
You guys have like an office that like if somebody want to create a business, like you can get up and something like that.
Like if you want to start a business?
Yeah,
Say it again? Speak up.
Like I'm just saying, like you guys have like an office, like let's say like I want to create a business and I need somewhere else. Like what happens?
No, we could get on a Zoom call. We can connect. You know, we'll start set up meetings. But we'll set up those type of things that we can either meet, or we're gonna try to figure out something to be able to come to the schools and connect with you guys. You want to start a business? What I gotta do? These are the links to the New York Department of Corporations. All right, boom. Now you go sign up. You pay like $125. You got a corporation. It's not that hard. Y'all all can do it. It costs $125, but you gotta go get a job at Applebee's, McDonald's, wherever you have a job at, and you can pay for that, and you can have a corporation. After that, you get a bank account, and you can get an EIN number, and those are the steps you need. So you
That's
can
the
just
tax number, so you can register with the IRS.
So right now, if you just
I asked you about that.
what happened?
Like, can you start building business credit like if
Now.
you know what business you want to do?
Exactly. You can start, like right now, you can register a corporation, right? What's your name? Jomo? So Jomo Incorporation, right?
So you like fitness, you want to start like a
We don't even
training
know.
program or a gym.
Let's say you don't even know. You register that corporation, and as you got a job, a day-to-day job, you could take that money and invest into that corporation. You could just spend the money from that business account, and you can grow your business credit. And so then you're like, oh, I know what I want to do. I want to start a roofing company, or I want to clean people's garages, or whatever the idea is. I want to become a barber, or I want to drive Uber. You can have that corporation now paying for that and growing that business credit. So yeah, you can.
That's major.
That's major. I recommend all of you guys work on that, because you don't need to be like, oh, I'm gonna be a super business. That could just be another way so you could leverage your credit, you know?
And another source of income, really, right? So you don't have to quit your job. You don't have to change anything up. That's just money that's coming additional.
Right, you're adding trade lines to your account so you can look good. So if you're gonna go get an apartment or a car, you guys have that there. Or if there's a family emergency, you have credit there that can help anybody in your family or yourself if you're in a situation. Or if you're stuck somewhere, you have credit to maneuver, you know, and it's very important to do those things. So besides the business credit, the personal credit,
Advertising.
Advertising is
major.
important.
If you have anything, make sure you're promoting yourself.
Right.
Nobody's gonna promote you harder than you. You know what I'm saying? Like, people are shy about it. Like, nah, put yourself out there. Promote your stuff. Set up a Facebook Ads Manager account. Be able to run those ads. Like, take some content, shoot some content similar to this. You can use a phone, and put it out there. And at some point, you'll see some traction. You just gotta fine tune your ads and fine tune everything that you're doing progressively.
I want to add into what you said. It's like, if you're trying to grow anything, like I said, like a business or anything, you got to put yourself out there. So it's like, obviously it comes with time, you can build up, more confidence and stuff like that, but put yourself everywhere, whether it's TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Google. You got to build a website, like you said, Steve.
Right.
That's the only way. You got to put it in these people's faces to see the quality of your work, whatever it is what you're doing, the quality of your work, what it is that you do, you got to put it in their face. If not, they won't understand. So it's like over time, it's going to grow. It might take a while, but it's going to grow because, like I said, if you're on all these platforms, you're only going up.
Right.
That's free advertising. That's a free promotional outlet.
Right.
Like, that's not even, you don't gotta pay for that.
Exactly, because at the end of the day, you're making your own content. You deal with all of it. Because I deal with all my content. Like I'm a one-man team, so I deal with all the content. I deal with all the work. I deal with all orders, all that type of stuff. So it's like, if you're not putting out your content, nobody's gonna know what you're doing. So it's like, you can have the best work in the city, you got the best prices in the city, but if people don't know who you are or what you do, then you're not gonna make no sales at the end of the day when it comes to anything. So
like, I want to do business with him because we got cool, not because he told me he got the flyest shirt. Nah, yo, let's show him love. Let's get something. Boom. Yo, he's got the hottest shirts. Go head him up. But because we're relationships, people buy into people, not the coolest product.
Networking is also a major part. So,
right.
Again, put yourself out there. Don't be shy. Be like, oh, damn, I don't feel comfortable asking this person. Ask away.
You guys have any other questions or anything you guys are working on that we might be able to assist or light any information? No? Cool. So that's it. It's a wrap.
it's a wrap.
Well, thank you guys. We appreciate your time, man.
Yeah. Yeah, it's all simple,
You have like any contact?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can put it back on the day.
I will say on the presentation because you say you guys have a link how to open
Sorry, say that again?
He said to open a
Management.
A management company for real estate?
What kind? A management.
That's what you want to do?
like for business
Or like, what do you say, like for business cards?
Oh, if we have business cards? No, we don't have business cards.
But we'll share our.
But we can get your social media. Look, this is all the social medias right here. Y'all could just take it right there with your phones and follow.
Let's say like you start a business, right? Like you only need to open another bank account, or you can use your own bank account.
No, you get a separate bank account.
We suggest that you open a separate bank account for your business.
Business bank account.
Yeah.
So you have a separate bank account that's not really linked to you; it's linked to the business.
Y'all should all do that. Like, if y'all all have y'all have a job, just plan it out. Save a few dollars. It's $125 to register a corporation. Learn about it, and while y'all still going through life, y'all figuring out, yo, what can I do? Oh, I could do this. I know how to do this.
The information's out there. All you gotta do is look for it. Like the minority.
The minority certified
certification is
a minority is anything else that's not a white man. Caucasian man. So if you're a woman, if you're a Latino or black male, we are minority. So we can get a certification that now allows you to get other programs like grants, loans, economic development loans that can help you with your businesses. So while you're working at construction, electrician, plumber, any of those industries, or
catering,
there's server, anywhere you work, you're just working towards, okay, I want to set up a business at one point, and
you can make a business out of it. And if you get government contracts, obviously you're able to do that. You're also able to get grants. There's a lot of grants out there, and we are not even what'd you say, 10% of the actual.
Yeah, like the amount of Latino and black community is only like 8% of the people who are getting checks. So they're giving a lot of money, and we're only a few amount of people that are getting the checks because we're signing up for a free paper.
And the main reason
we could all be getting a big grant or check or loan. We just got to follow the steps and fill out the paperwork. We're just not educated or informed about the information. So you guys could do the OSHA, right? Get those licenses, go to work. There's also CDL. People are driving trucks right now. And the same way you probably know how to drive, you could drive a truck and get paid, And it's not hard work driving a truck, and you can start raising good capital. You can make like $70,000 a year or more, even up to $100,000 driving a truck, and you can start owning your truck. You don't even got to drive it. If you just put it together the right way, you can buy a truck and put a driver there and let it run. So start with OSHA, work, get your CDL, and then y'all can like literally get your own truck or work for a company that y'all trucking and making good money driving, And y'all can then invest into your own truck, and that's your business. And put a driver in there, or your family, or however y'all want to do it. But if y'all put your mindset to it, y'all can get anything done. Because it's not easy, but y'all can get it done.
But nothing is. Like, either you do it or you don't do it, right? If you don't do it, it's going to be hard anyway. And if you do it, it's going to be hard anyway. So you might as well just do it. Yeah, we appreciate you guys.
Appreciate you guys letting us come in.
Thank you for having
us. This is all new to us as well, so we ain't here to be super professional, but we want to communicate with you guys to let y'all know we didn't have nobody come to our schools and talk to us about how to get things done, So
like I actually had teachers tell me like, please don't hang out with him, like that kid's not going anywhere. They used to say that about me. And you know what I'm saying? Like don't allow yourself to be put into that box. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you tell yourself who you are. No one else can tell you who you are except for yourself. So just keep going.
That's a fact. All right, cool. Say no more.